The mind-body relationship is a topic of paramount importance and remarkable sensitivity within the realm of metaphysics. It serves as a cornerstone of philosophical inquiry, delving into the very nature of existence, consciousness, and the fundamental constituents of reality. This exploration holds significance not only for its philosophical implications but also for its profound influence on our understanding of human nature, perception, and intricate interplay between the immaterial mind and the tangible body. Welcome again to the third episode of our crash course, Understanding Metaphysics. In this video, we'll surf through the perspectives of various philosophical luminaries, each contributing his unique insights to this field, from the dualistic propositions of Descartes to the holistic frameworks of Hegel. The mind encompasses a person's thoughts, beliefs, emotions, desires, and consciousness. It's the realm of subjective experiences and mental process that give rise to self-awareness and the ability to think, reason, and make decisions. The nature of the mind raises questions about its relationship to the physical brain, the origin of consciousness, and the extent to which mental experiences can be explained through physical process. The body is the physical entity through which individuals interact with the external world. It includes the biological and physiological aspects of a person, such as their anatomy, senses, and motor functions. Philosophical discussions about the body often touch upon issues of identity, personal embodiment, and the way physical experiences contribute to shaping one's understanding of reality. The body-mind relationship explores how the physical body influences the mind and vice versa. There are four main perspectives to look at mind-body relationship. One of them is dualism, which posits that the mind and body are distinct substances. Opposite to dualism is monism, which attempts to unify the mind and body into a single substance. Property dualism suggests that while there is only one kind of substance, it has both physical and mental properties. Materialism, on the other hand, asserts that everything, including the mind and consciousness, arises from physical matter. This viewpoint doesn't see a separate mind as distinct from the body's functions, but rather considers consciousness as a product of the brain's complex activities. But idealism suggests that the mind is the primary reality and the physical world is the product of consciousness. The relationship between the mind and body has been a central topic of discussion in the history of philosophy. Here are some notable references and discussions from different periods. According to Plato, he presents his theory of dualism and the immortality of the soul. According to him, the soul is eternal and exists before birth and after death, while the body is perishable. He further argues that the soul is immortal and pre-exists its association with the body. He suggests that the soul's true nature is unchanging and transcendent, while the body is merely a temporary vessel. On the other hand, Aristotle rejected Plato's idea of the soul as an immortal, separate entity and instead proposed a more integrated view. Aristotle categorized the soul into three types: a nutritive soul, that is associated with growth and nutrition; the sensitive soul, which is related to perception and emotion; and the rational soul, that is linked to higher faculties like reasoning. He saw the soul as the form of the body, meaning that it is inseparable from the body and its functions. Augustine, also known as Saint Augustine, was a prominent early Christian theologian and philosopher. He addressed the nature of the soul and its relationship to the body. He emphasized the inner realm of the mind and its connection to the divine. Augustine's concept of the soul is deeply influenced by his Christian beliefs. He sees the soul as immortal and possessing free will, capable of choosing between good and evil. Thomas Aquinas, a medieval theologian and philosopher, he sought to reconcile Aristotelian philosophy with Christian theology. He is distinguished between different types of soul, including the vegetative soul, which is related to growth and nutrition, the sensitive soul, which is connected to perception and emotion, and the rational soul, that is associated with intellect and free will. René Descartes is known for his theory of Cartesian dualism, which posed a sharp distinction between the mind and the body. He believed that the mind and the body are fundamentally different substances. The mind is non-material and possesses consciousness, thoughts, and self-awareness, while the body is material and operates according to mechanical principles. Baruch Spinoza was a 17th century philosopher known for his rational approach and his metaphysical work Ethics. Spinoza's view on the mind and body relationship challenges traditional dualistic notions. Spinoza rejected Descartes' dualism and proposed a form of monism known as psychophysical parallelism. He believed that there is only one substance in the universe, which he referred to as God or nature. This substance possesses both mental and physical attributes, and everything in existence is a mood or expression of this singular substance. Kant rejected the idea of direct interaction between mind and body, as well as the notion that we can have direct knowledge of the external world as it truly is. He argued that our experiences are shaped by both sensory input and the mind's inherent cognitive structures. Kant proposed that the mind actively organizes and structures sensory data through its categories and forms of intuition. Hegel's views on the mind and body relationship are explored in his seminal work, Phenomenology of Spirit, and other writings. Hegel's philosophy emphasizes the dynamic interplay between concepts, ideas, and reality. He believed that the mind and the external world are not separate entities but a part of a larger process of self-realization and the development of absolute knowledge. William James was an American philosopher and psychologist in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. His views on the mind-body relationship are explored in his work, The Principles of Psychology, and his writings on consciousness. William James rejected the strict dualism of Descartes and the passive view of the mind as a separate entity from the body. He proposed a more holistic and functional perspective on the mind-body relationship. James argued that consciousness is not a separate substance but an ongoing process that emerges from the activities of the brain and the body. He introduced the concept of the stream of consciousness, which suggests that our experiences are continuous and interconnected, forming a dynamic flow of thoughts and emotions and perceptions. James emphasized the importance of studying the mind and its functions within its natural context, taking into account bodily sensations and actions. James also introduced the idea of pragmatism, which emphasized the practical consequences of beliefs and ideas. He believed that the mind's activities are closely tied to actions and adaptation to the environment. This view aligns with his broader philosophy of radical empiricism, where experience is seen as central and interconnected with both mental and bodily aspects.